Jerax.
What?
Actually, tinabi ko ba dito si Ame? Ang sagot nun is, he is the Jerax Destroyer.
What did Jerax do dun sa time na yun? Was that a throw? Well, I think na gusto lang niya mag-max out ng laban. Unfortunately, hindi niya. Na-underestimate niya. Damage output dito, to say the least.
Maybe he was thinking na susundan siya ni No-Tail?
No, yeah, maybe. Ang ganda ng connection sa shards, sa snowball, sabihin na natin yes, pero you're still running into a brick wall or an even greater wall. Parang he bagged himself. Inuntog niya yung sarili niya sa wall. Ganun yung ginawa niya noong time na yun. Sabi niya, gusto ka na mamatay. At yun na nga yung nangyari.
Or basically, alam mo yung tipo na parang galit na galit ka, susugod ka sa kalaban mo. Pagkatingin mo, macho siya, tapos sobrang tangkad niya. Tapos pagkatingin mo,
wala ka na magawa.
Wala ka na magawa. Tapos binubog ka na lang yan.
Yeah.
Akala mo, sino kang siga, at biglang lang. Oh, sorry po.
So, level 6, level 8 lang siya. Tapos yung gyrocopter ng time na yun, level 15. Almost double ng kanyang experience. 1K lang yung kanyang buhay. I don't know. There are things that we cannot explain, mga chong. At ito yung mga bagay na katulad nun. Ng Tusk, he thought that he can put a dent dun sa gyrocopter. Nagtipi sa muka. Tapos yun na nangyari sa kanya. There's gonna be a smoke from the side of OG, but that was completely spotted by the war dito na Ops na meron ang side ng LGD Gaming. Pretty unfortunate.
Ito na. Nag-Congo line na sila papunta sa top lane. They're looking to find, well, the faceless void right here. 11 has to be careful. I mean, he's been pretty difficult to kill for the meantime, pero he only has actually a Hand of Midas and a 4-man shield. That's about it.
Yeah. Old 11. Hindi ganun kataas ang kanyang...
Actually, he has a dagger too.
Dagger, yeah. Okay, so hindi pala kita dun sa view mo.
Yeah, medyo matagal siya.
Yep. Does have the dagger, so more initiating tools para sa kanya. So, actually, Phoenix did go for that Hand of Midas.
Yeah. I like this from LGD. Nakikita mo yung ginagawa nila ngayon. Sabi ko na nga, they're maximizing the Serpent Wards. And at the same time, they're also using yung arrow na Mirana dito to be able to scout. In a way yung mga kalaban niya. Even though if they're gonna be, let's say, smoked, if one renegade arrow connects, makakastan pa rin yan, and immediately OG will know, or rather LGD will know, OG are going for the rotations. Shoutouts nga pala sa mga viewers natin ngayon dyan.
Pasensya ko, di namin kayo masyado napapansin because we are too focused sa ating game. Anyway, the item-wise, mukhang malapit na si Yao. Siya sa support Shadow Shaman sa kanyang Aghanim Scepter. Isang component na lang, makakompleto na nito. In fact, he's just 900 gold away from it, or 850 gold. Malapit-lapit na kanya nakakuha dito.
More Serpent Wards, diba?
More Serpent Wards, hindi?
Pag nakakuha ka na Aghanims, if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
That's the effect of the Aghanim Scepter sa isang it's called the Shadow Shaman. Si Rastamon. And the thing is, okay, akala ko mag-initiate na naman si Jerax dito kasi Shadow Shaman, mapapang-misplay na naman siya. But, let's go for some talent check dito. 30 damage ang pinili ni Gyrocopter and 225 health. And in fairness, level 16 naman siya dito. There is na Mirana opting for the plus 30 attack speed and plus 150 health. Ito yung kanina pinag-usapan natin na magbe-benefit ang LGD Gaming. That's why they drafted the Mirana. Gumawa sila na mas maraming mabilis na Mirana na mabilis umatake. That will really help in taking down that Supernova. Tapos kapag nag-level 25 dito yung Mirana, meron siyang level 25 talent na plus 100 attack speed kapag nag-leap siya. That's quite big. 130 bonus attack speed just by activating Leap and just from the talents. And itong Supernova doesn't stand a chance at all.
Yeah, babasagin nila. They will literally crack the egg open.
Yeah. Oh, torrent connection dito. There's a Serpent Wars. Do they have a Shackle? Mukhang hindi sila magko-commit.
They don't really have to. All they gotta do is to push back S4. It's gonna be the homing missile para hindi siya magkaroon ng masyadong kampante moves to actually re-engage upon LGD.
Yeah.
And while that was happening, LGD gonna be starting to break down this mid-tier 2 tower. Fortification will be used as well. And the OG, they're gonna be going aggressive here. Starstorm, look at that wave clear from Softness, or from Maybe rather. So sa mga nagtatanong dyan, baka hindi nyo rin sinabi ni Parang Wolf.
Uy, nahuli na dito yung Invoker. Chronosphere will be committed after the go.
Do they have enough damage?
They have enough. They have the X mark. The spot.
No, they don't have the detection for it.
That's awkward. That's quite awkward from LGD, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, playa.
So, BKB pala is now up on Ame on the gyrocopter. Samantala, sa kabila, meron na rin si Notail at meron na rin Pipe of Insight ang OG dito. So sabi nila, we have the items, we have some sort of sustainability during the fights. Maybe we can fight. Right now, alam nila, sabi nila dito, walang Chronosphere. Nagamit nila kay Invoker dito, we can fight. Ghost Ship is gonna be up in a few seconds dito. At Serpent Wards in half a minute. At sabi ng OG, we want to fight. We know that we can win kasi mas maganda ang team ang skills natin. Pero sabi dito ng LGD, I know what you are planning. Alam namin na mag-smoke kayo dahil alam namin na wala kaming teamfight ultimates and we are gonna hug our base. Good read para sa OG but better reaction para sa LGD dito.
Yeah, not go for the aggressive maneuver dito lang muna because they don't have the right for it in the meantime. There's gonna be softness pero again, X-Mark the spot lang naman yan. Easy harassment. They're trying to chip them off guard. They're trying to chip them little by little lang dito, maybe to push back OG as they are gonna be looking to do the same. Tignan mo, tama yung sabi mo, the reactiveness from LGD really on point right now. And that single maneuver that, well, Softness is doing for the meantime is making it so that parang he can just chip down slowly but surely OG. There's the Rupture as well, plus the Blood Right. Pero the thing is, he has to use Divinity Scepter and it's gonna be the charge in by LGD. They don't want to let Softness, you know, dry out to the Wolves or dry out to the Bloodseeker, so to speak.
Ganda na pinakita dito LGD. Sabi mga good reaction wala sa kanila. Maybe is just using yung sabi mo, chip damage on the heroes as well as clearing out the waves. He can really clear out the waves so easily because of the Starstorm. Tapos sobrang safe pa nung maneuver na yun kasi meron siyang X marks the spot na talaga nakakapag lagay ng kay Maybe sa to safe spot. Also use Scepter. Tapos kanina yung ginawa dito ng the rest of LGD nung may Rupture si Maybe. Binox out lang nila yung heroes ng OG.
And now because of that, the rush will be a pretty good objective here for LGD. And will a fight break loose? S4 nagsimula na siya dito sa laban. High Shards to connect onto the Rasta, or rather onto the Shadow Shaman. And he will try to run away. There's gonna be the call down. Drops it down low. Nice connection onto that Chronosphere. Look at the damage from Ame. He activates the BKB. Meron dito si Nodel, but he doesn't have the right or the power to be able to catch off onto this gyrocopter. Hahabulin siya ngayon ni Softness. There's gonna be the connection onto the used Divinity Scepter. Meron ba siyang pang finalizing shot dito? Auto attack or the Starstorm will do. Starstorm from up above, down low, too slow, and that's gonna be wipeout by LGD. Only losing the Faceless Void.
Only losing the Faceless Void indeed. Again, yung Chronosphere dito on point, but I think the MVP was Yao dun sa laban na yun. Lagi niyang binox out niya ng sobra-sobra yung Tidehunter dito. Hex into Shackles. He's not dealing the damage, but he's controlling yung Tidehunter so much. And Tidehunter was the focal point of OG nung time na yun, supposedly. Kasi dun nag-start yung laban nila. A good Ravage would have turned the fight around. Unfortunately, hindi yun nagawa kasi constantly in check siya nung Shadow Shaman dito. Shadow Shaman. But I think Shadow Shaman yung tamang basa yun na parang Rasurai.
Shadow Shaman is all the same na naman. Look at the timing on that used Divinity Scepter. Baiting in OG. Oh, Taskar. Nakita mo yung nilaman siya dito. Basically, Jaws movie ang nangyayari ngayon para sa LGD. Kinahin na dito si Taskar. The pop onto the Aegis. Blood Right as well as the Sunstrike. They will activate the Rupture onto Ame. But this is just LGD full-on protection for the Gyrocopter. Ito, naglalaro na siya ng tower defense. He's gonna be playing as a sentry himself or a sentry turret by himself. And this Rupture was actually null and void with just pure power from LGD. They push him back and force the buybacks as well from OG.
Now they smoke and now they mamba out after the forcing 2 buybacks from the side of OG. Like you said, it's saving Private Ryan. Ang sabi dito ng LGD Gaming, that pilot dito na si Gyrocopter na Rupture siya, pero sabi ng OG, if you want to re-engage dito, papunta sa gyrocopter namin, you're gonna experience our doom. May Serpent Wards, meron the damage mula kay Mirana dito. And actually, ang ginawa ng LGD is to cut the backlines from the the right side para hindi makapag-follow up in the rest of OG, and that spelled the doom for the rest of OG. They find Ame. It was a good damage from the Mirana. And the teamwork talaga ng LG dito really paying off. 20,000 net worth lead na meron sa kanila. And only 5 deaths out of that. Out of those 22 kills. Actually, hindi pa yun nga, the course of the side of LGD Gaming hindi pa namamatay, paring Azurai. Position 1 and Position 2, 0 deaths. Both with 7 kills. That's pretty huge. Ang ganda ng sabi dito ng LGD. Our team fights will always be good. Lagi kami prepared. Hindi kami lalaban kapag wala kaming ultimate na up dito. And if you want to kill off our course, you're gonna have to go through our supports first. And yun yung nangyayari palagi dito. Good start from LGD. And now they are methodically taking this game. There's gonna be the connection para sa Tidehunter, but of course that's a Tidehunter, very tacky, very beefy target.
Wow, the body block from 11 para lang tumama yung homing missile. There's gonna be the connection again. A huge ravage from S4, pero walang follow-up dito. Ang OG, they're trying to at least deal the damage from the backline. Hindi ko si Ana nagpapatrol siya ng skills yung left and right, pero kinukulang pa rin. The Supernova will be popped. And 3 members of OG are down for the count. Babalik ngayon si Ame. Dotil has quite a bit of damage output, but Starstorm from Somnus will prove worthy. Sumunod pa dito ang Torrent kay Ana. Wala siyang katakas-takas. After the arrow, there's gonna be the Torrent. Well, fortification onto the barracks, but still, the siege is on.
No buyback para dito sa ating Invoker na actually nag-buyback sa Shadow Shaman. He wants to really just finish this game up. I really like that move kasi pwede niya gamitin yung Serpent Wards right now to take more barracks for his team. He's just a support, so okay lang din ang trade-off na yon. At ngayon, mukhang wala na magagawang OG. They have to wait 60 more seconds para magbuhay dito yung Invoker. And even when nag-respawn na yung Bloodseeker dito, wala pa silang Ravage to fight against LGD squad. 2 barracks down for OG and LGD. Now with 22,000 net worth lead, the first death of their gyrocopter was well worth it because they get 2 sets of barracks. Well, hindi ba naman nila napapatumba talaga yung barracks dito sa mid lane, but technically null and void na. The Linked Sphere is actually up on the side of this Mirana. So hindi siya valuable, hindi na siya primary target ng Rupture.
No Rupture. Pero the thing is, like even if they focus, nandun na tayo sa point na LGD have that much gold advantage na if OG actually focus themselves onto Ame, they might be able to get the kill, yes, but then nandiyan pa rin si Baby on the Mirana just hailing storms from up above.
For sure.
Basically yun ang nangyayari ngayon.
And sa mga nagtataka ko na po effect ng Shadow Shaman Aghanim Scepter na meron na ngayon si Shadow Shaman, nagkakaroon na kasi ng split shot yung Serpent Wards. Per Serpent Ward yan. So sobrang sakit din talaga kapag nag-clump up kayo na dalawa. Kunwari, at least 2 heroes yung nandun sa vicinity kung saan ma-atake sila nung Serpent Wards. Nagsisplit shot siya ng full damage. Ganun katindi. And of course, tataas din yung range nung Serpent Wards. So hindi madadagdagan actually pala yung Serpent Wards dito. But again, level 15 na dito yung Shadow Shaman natin. At kapag naabot na yung level 20, napakasakit, napakaganda na yung kanyang ultimate kasi mayroon na +4 na pwede masama na wards. Top lane, Jerax is actually in a danger zone. Will have to get away, but the snowball might be in trouble. The Ravage connection dito into the Supernova. There's the follow-up. Mapapatay na yung Shadow Shaman. The Chronosphere catches 2. There's the MLS. Supernova procking.
Supernova blocking will be able to set up something here for OG. They have so much HP to work with for the meantime. They have to back away right now that Ame has joined back into the fight. The call down, look at that. He is just shredding them one after the other. Somnus is godlike Ame, and that's going to be the double. That's going to be the GG call here for OG. Grabe. That looked to have been the opening for OG, but once the king has come back,
it was the
you gotta bow down.
the best initiation from OG that we've seen all throughout the game. Para maganda yung start nila, the Ravage, ito the Supernova, at may follow-up naman. Unfortunately, sobrang yaman na ng side ng LGD. Sobrang taas na kanilang mga HP. Hindi na sila na-overwhelm ng OG. In fact, parang naland naman yung mga combo Sunstrike into Chaos Meteor. Pero after that, nag-Gil Scepter lang dito si Mirana. Tapos nag-backdown lang si Ame. Nag-lifesteal lang siya through his normal attacks. And ano lang talaga, they were overwhelmed at that point. Even when after that OG good initiation. And sabi na OG, maganda na initiation natin pero hindi pa rin natin natalo yung kalaban. Let's just call GG. This is over. And in fact, it was over noong time na yon. So, guys, LGD takes game 1 against the 4th